I need me some fertilizer. Hmm. 8 to 12. What does that mean? Product overview, specifications. NPK ratio. What is NPK? What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming back for yet another week. Today we're going to be talking about fertilizer. What is it? What the NPK analysis on the package of fertilizer means, and how exactly do you fertilize? So like, comment, and subscribe. Stay locked in. We're going to break some things down. And a quick disclaimer: fertilizer is not plant food.
Fertilizer is not plant food. Fertilizer is not
plant food. It is a soil additive. When you add fertilizer to a lawn or a plant bed, you're making nutrients readily available for the roots of your plants. When the roots absorb these nutrients, they aid in the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process used by plants and other organisms to convert light energy, normally from the sun, into chemical energy that can later be released to fuel the plant's activities. When the plant converts that light energy in conjunction with the nutrients it has available, it will promote certain types of growth. Alright, so on most containers of fertilizer, there's going to be a breakdown of the N, P, and K, your nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash, usually in 3 numbers like this. This particular fertilizer is a 14-14-14, and basically this is just an all-around fertilizer that's going to help in every aspect of the plant's growing cycle. So you can buy fertilizers that have very similar contents like this, or you can buy fertilizers that are more dense in one nutrient versus the other. Okay, so let's talk about the N, P, and K ratio. These are the 3 numbers that you're going to find on the back of a fertilizer bag. They represent the N, P, and K. The N stands for nitrogen. This is what promotes your vegetative growth. Phosphorus is what promotes your root growth. And the potassium, or potash, which promotes overall health and disease prevention. When you're first transplanting your sprouts, you want to make sure you have a fertilizer that's heavy in phosphorus. This is going to establish a nice foundation and help build a nice, strong, tall plant. After your plant establishes a good set of true leaves, you're going to want to push something heavy in nitrogen. This is going to promote a nice vegetative growth and help build strong branches and shoots. Then, potassium should be in all your fertilizers. This is just an all-around health and disease preventative nutrient. So, what do the numbers mean? It's actually pretty simple. Say you have a product that is 20, 20, and 20, all even all around. All this numbers really mean is the percentage of the bag that makes up that particular nutrient. For example, if it's 20, 20, 20, that means 20% of your bag is going to contain nitrogen. Okay? 20% of the bag is going to contain phosphorus, and 20% of the bag is going to contain potash. All the rest is going to be other essential nutrients: calcium, magnesium, maybe iron, or something else that could be very beneficial to your plants. All right, so let's talk about the different types of fertilizer and the different analysis and which ones are going to be more beneficial during which situations, okay? So you have your little dirt line right here, okay? You plant your seed. After a few days in the warm environment, you get your first root and you get your first shoot, and there's your sprout with its first leaves. So at this point here, usually you would transfer it out into its own individual pot or cup, or however you want to transfer it, okay? So you move it into its own cup, and it is at this point where you want to push a fertilizer that's going to be heavy in phosphorus. Why do you want something that's heavy in phosphorus? Because you want strong root growth, okay? So you want something that has no nitrogen, a little bit of phosphorus, and again, some of that potash. And your roots are going to start to develop really nicely, again, establishing that nice foundation. And this is going to set the stage for a nice, healthy plant. So as your plant goes on, what you're going to want to do, you'll see the true leaf start to form. Okay? It's at this point where you want to find a fertilizer that's heavy in nitrogen. Nitrogen is what's going to push those branches and those shoots and nice, big, healthy, deep green leaves. So you want to get something that's pretty heavy in nitrogen initially at this point, but you still want that phosphorus and potash in there as well. And you want your plant to get nice and established, nice and large. Ultimately, this is going to lead to a higher yield. So when you transfer it outside and the plant gets exposed to the sun, it's going to grow even bigger. Now at this point, what you're going to want to do is cut back on that nitrogen, because plants don't like a lot of nitrogen when they're trying to flower or trying to fruit. Actually, nitrogen will be a hindrance on it, and you won't see much of a production if you keep pushing all that nitrogen. So you want to get something that has either no nitrogen, or you want something that's low and balanced in all three consistent nutrients. This is what's going to help your plant be very successful. And before I go, let's get an update on the plants that I have grown. So let's take a look. So here are the majority of my hot pepper plants. I have 40 total, plus 2 plants that I have in double red solo cups, and these are for a separate challenge that's on Facebook. They're all looking really healthy. Some I started a little earlier than others. That's why you see some have a lot more leaves. I added a little bit of perlite to some of them just to help with the fungus gnats. I rotate these very regularly so that they all get an equal amount of light. And I just wanted to point out these 2 plants here. The one that you see in the top left and the bottom they're both orange scorpions, both planted at the same time. It's just one is a lot more healthier than the other. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you learned something, hit that like button. If you want to learn more, leave a comment below. And of course, if you want to stay up with my whole grow process throughout this year, hit the subscribe button and also hit the little bell so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.